Let's wind the clocks back a year. These cops and lawyers wouldn't dare cross any of you. I mean, what happened? Your balls drop off? You see, a guy like me...
Freak.
A guy like me... Look, listen. I know why you choose to have your little group therapy sessions in broad daylight. I know why you're afraid to go out at night. The Batman.
100 for 100. Podcast wherein yours truly, see the host of this bit of business here, takes 100 films. We rank them from 100 to 1. 100 films that I think all new movie watchers, people who are getting serious about watching movies, need to see at least once. I ranked them from 100 to 1 because who doesn't love a good long listicle? And I accompany each film with a 100-word review, easier said than done, and a podcast for each one of them to be released the first 100 days of 2020. And today being March 11th, if you listen to this the day it goes up, 30 on our list is The Dark Knight. 2008, directed by Christopher Nolan. Look, man. Let's just get into this 100-word review first. When it comes to superhero movies, there are good ones, there are great ones, and there are some that transcend the genre. That could be said for pretty much every genre has movies that transcend that genre. Anyways, let's get back to this 100-word review. The Dark Knight is an example of the latter, the transcendent the genre. It is a film. It's a film that's a crime film first and a Batman film second. Chris Nolan has an incredible eye for the camera as he shoots both on both digital and IMAX, one of the first of its kind. All respect must be given to Heath Ledger as Joker, a character that is funny and terrifying, wonderfully paced until a bit of a rushed third act. The Dark Knight is the superhero movie to beat. I've heard this compared to the movie Heat a lot. Heat, generally being considered one of the greatest crime films out there. Heat is not on this list because there's a lot of movie people like, well, why isn't these are entry-level movies I'm trying to give people here. For the most part, there's a couple of curveballs in there. Heat, I think, is not an entry-level movie. Like, you gotta know your shit and be locked in to really appreciate movies like Heat. So if I did like a 200-level course or a 300-level course, that's where I would put Heat at. This is your freshman year course. We're still kind of holding your hand through. That's why there's no David Lynch on here either. Let's get back to The Dark Knight, shall we? A lot of people say that this is the comic book's version of Heat, and I 100% agree with that statement. I very much agree with that statement. I think this is when they really found their footing. Like, Batman Begins adapting Batman Year One, a little bit of Batman Long Halloween. Like, they just had to do something nice and safe to get everybody back on board the Bat franchise after Schumacher took it off the rails with Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, right? So now that they safely had you pulled back in, because I do believe Batman Begins is quite a safe movie. The same move they did with Force Awakens. They gave you something safe and familiar to pull the fans back in and reset back to zero. Then they blow you out the water with the second one. The Last Jedi is great. This being The Dark Knight. Like, they set up the world of Gotham, this Gotham in particular, Batman Begins, and they're like, all right, let's explore Gotham during the daytime. People forget just how much daytime is in The Dark Knight. There's a lot of shit happening when the sun's out. I didn't even know the sun never touched the streets of Gotham before, because so much shit takes place at night during the Burton joints and the Schumacher joints. And there's a good balance between day and night in Batman Begins, but there's just a lot of daytime happening here in this movie. There's a lot of brightly lit shit. The Batcave, or what is doubling as the Batcave, as Wayne Manor is being rebuilt brick by brick, is very, very very brightly lit from above. The lighting in this movie is amazing. You get Heath Ledger's Joker just comes onto the scene, and that opening bit of business, which was screened before the film. I did not get a chance to see this, but all I heard was people raving about it, like, yo, this is going to be the business. Just seeing how he operates, just seeing how shabby he is. I still do not 100% believe that Joker is as agent of chaos as he claimed to be. Too many things just land perfectly to not be planned down to the T. But I think Heath Ledger gives an incredible performance. That posthumous Oscar is incredibly earned. I think Christian Bale is great. The dichotomy between Batman and the Joker, I think, is very well set up here. Very well set up here. And I would have loved to have seen what they would have done, because they were bringing back Heath Ledger's Joker for the third one. But unfortunately, due to his untimely death, that's how you get Bane, Talia al Ghul, and all that kind of good stuff. But different podcast for a different day. The IMAX filming is what gives it that giant fucking scope. The scope of this movie, especially as we you get that convoy going through Gotham, and then Joker shows up with "Slaughter is the best medicine" written on the side of the joint, with the rocket launchers, and you got Gordon driving the van, and you got Batman on the Batcopter and all that kind of shit. That whole sequence right there, that's all IMAX, and it just all looks epic in scope and scale, which is what he was going for. He really gives a grounded, gritty credence to the Batman character, which unfortunately WB took the wrong lessons from. But you can never fault the original for everything that comes after the original. And that's what this is, man. 2008. If you not checked out number 30 on our list of Dark Knight, then why are you even listening? Get out of here.